Peggy Vischer was a clinical nurse specialist for a long time. She retired and moved to Bainbridge Island.
To read when I wanted to read, to be able to walk when I wanted to walk, and to see my kids.
That was the plan anyway. Dr. Mark Miller was the chief medical officer at the Polyclinic. He retired and moved to Bainbridge Island.
Nourish, move, refresh, connect, and reflect. And my goal was to figure out how to really be able to spend more of my time doing those things in a way that made sense.
He had it all figured out. And Gretchen Sewell was a nurse for 40 years. She retired and also moved to Bainbridge Island.
Well, it was to do artwork, and also I had just gotten remarried and wanted to spend time with my husband, who's retired.
But then something happened. COVID happened.
I just felt so helpless. And when I learned from my neighbor there was a way that I could help, I couldn't stop myself. You know, you just have to do it, you got to.
Bainbridge Island. There is water, there are boats and neighbors. 25,000 neighbors. They have each other, and in the event of a catastrophe, that might be all they have. Dr. David Cohen lives there.
We don't have a hospital here. And everyone who moves here figures that out pretty quickly.
He had an idea, and the idea turned into something called the Medical Reserve Corps, the Bainbridge Island MRC.
We know we're an island. Right. Every place is an island in a disaster.
And so now, because she is needed several times a week, Gretchen gets in her car.
Well, it means a lot. It means a lot. And yeah, having spent 40 years as a nurse, I felt very strange not helping in some way. I felt like there was a part of me that was missing.
And Mark heads out too.
It's a great feeling. I mean, it's a sense of being part of something bigger than yourself, which is what we all need.
Peggy does the same.
Because I feel like I wanted to do something else. I needed to do something more.
They come here. The MRC is a reserve volunteer unit that was formed to make use of resources during an emergency. Resources like Gretchen and Mark and Peggy, former medical professionals. Originally, the plan was to be ready for an earthquake or something like that.
Hi, Patricia.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Peggy.
I'm so excited.
I know this is so exciting.
Instead, they've come together to run a big vaccination site on the island.
Peggy, I will never forget you.
Okay,
Thank
congratulations.
Or sometimes you'll see people well up with tears because you can see their whole body relax.
There are other volunteers here too, people who are still working in the medical field, people like Sundance Rogers, who shows up on her day off.
This is the kind that fills up your cup. It really does. And it doesn't matter how tired you get, it just makes you feel good.
Julie Fox is a pharmacist.
I love the energy. Just everyone's so excited to help everyone get through this pandemic.
You're going to feel a little pinch.
And we're getting together to get through it. Relax your arm, and then big yoga breath out.
It's all part of a larger effort called Bainbridge Prepares. In the case of a catastrophe, the island can't count on immediate help from the county or the state. They've gotten organized so they can count on themselves. In the last 60 days, volunteers have worked more than 3,500 hours here.
You both go to number 9, all the way to the left.
With no regrets.
I tell you, this is the happiest thing I do in this pandemic.
Not from Anne Lesage.
I think every single person that's a part of this process is absolutely a hero.
Or from Andrea Chimey.
It's just a really amazing example of a town coming together to help each other.
Bainbridge Island proves that we can all row together. With vision and organization, we can take care of our own. It's the people, isn't it? People like Gretchen and Mark and Peggy who didn't have careers, they had callings.
And when I started doing this, I came home and told my husband, I said, my gosh, I've come back.
And callings are forever.